So using ref images in Shapelab is pretty easy, and it's fantastic in VR because you can just grab in as many as you like, place them all around you, and then move them around to suit really easily by just grabbing them and moving them around. It's it's as good as you're going to get, as close you're going to get to real life, where you have reference images placed and you can just quickly move them around with your hands by just grabbing them. But here, obviously, we can rescale them then as well, so it's pretty cool. So it's found down here in this menu, add image, and this will be Shapelab will always open up to here for a new scene, save as, import a model and everything, and you have all your drives here. So it's just your regular file browser. So I'll come down to where I have these type of different refs here. So I'll just grab one for the moment and just show the basics. So it pops in here. We're in scene mode, so as I mentioned in earlier videos, I like to use the pointer here rather than the laser, which is one up here, like the little kind of screwdriver. But for ref images, it's handy to just flick up to the laser, and then you can grab them with the side trigger. Just want to turn off that snapping. You can grab them with the side trigger and then just move them anywhere you like, and then use the thumbstick left and right to scale them up or down, and then the thumbstick up and down for tractor beam. So I'll just scale that down, and then you can also, just when you're grabbing them, you can just delete them as normal as you can for objects. So a few things here. There's a context sensitive menu here. When you have a ref selected, your thumbstick here, and you can see you get a couple of options here for lock image. So to view, we'll just lock it to wherever your headset is pointing. As you're looking at the ref image, you can just click to view, and now it's going to be locked in. So wherever you look, then that ref is going to be locked in. So this is obviously going to be subjective, but and you can just hit unlock there to unlock it. Lock and scene, you see the little padlock that just locks it there, so I can't move it now, and that is the same as just locking it from here. So I can just unlock that, and that'll turn that off, same as locking it here. So that to view, I don't really like it because it's obviously with the head, if your head's wobbling around or whatever, and you have to kind of get it exactly where you want to view. And then if you if you're working on something, then and if you just move your eyes, your head is always going to be slightly wobbling around, but so the ref image is going to be continuously wobbling around. So I don't like that. The way I prefer to work is to grab the ref image, and then in the outliner here, I can just grab it like in the last video with the parenting, and then I can move it and just drop it here where the line appears, drop it below scene root, so it becomes a child of the scene root. So now when I move the scene around, the ref will always be locked to the scene, which is the way I prefer to work. And then you can always just grab it, move it, and it's always going to remain locked to wherever you put it. And it's just by far the best way to work, in my opinion anyway. You have your transforms here as well. So even though we've no orthographic in VR, you can still get the ref images, and you can just zero them out here, zero out the rotation, so it's one-sided, so we can't see it there. And then if we want to work across X, you can just move it back then. And you can get, even though this isn't a good example, but if you were using more orthographic references, this is a good way to do it here by just zeroing it out here onto your symmetry axis here across the world. And then it's as close as you're going to get to quote unquote orthographic in VR, because obviously you can't have orthographic, but it's just a way to work with. You could even bring it in closer there, and you can get it pretty close. It's a way to work with ref images in a more accurate way while in VR. So I'm just going to import another few, and so whatever, I'll just grab these. You can import multiple by just holding the secondary controller, shift modifier, and then load in 2 or 3 or whatever amount of them you want, and then they'll all come in stacked on top of each other. So with your laser pointer, which I'm switching between by just flicking up, down for the pointer, up for the laser, as I showed in other videos, they're all selected now, so I'm moving them all. You can see they're all selected here, so we can just click to select one, resize it, grab that, resize it, and as you can see here, then you can place these all over the place wherever you like, and then grab them, and you can either lock different ones into the view as I showed earlier, so it'll be just that one, lock them all to the scene, or lock whatever selected to the scene. You can see the little padlock there, or else do what I was showing earlier on, grab 1, 2, 3, and then, or grab them in the outliner, and then just hold down the primary trigger for a second, and then you'll get this floating 3 objects. Move them up under the scene root, and now they're all attached to the scene as well. So that's pretty much it there for reference images. And reference images in VR, it's brilliant because you can really go right in from any angle, and then it's so quick to just move them to wherever you like, and you can even move them as you move the scene. And then as soon as I drop that again, it's still going to be locked to the scene because I have it parented here to the root. So yeah, that's it. Reference images in Shapelab.